Welcome to Underground Crypto, everybody. Thank you, everybody who is here. Melissa, Camsta, Blues Guy. I'm sure some more will be rolling in. Hope you're ready to raise that crypto IQ no matter what the market is doing. And don't forget about our giveaway. The more you comment, the more likely you are to win. Rather $20 for the number one spot over the whole week and $10 for whoever's number two. We will continually do this and increase it. So I don't know, maybe you want to figure out how to win those week to week. All right, everybody, we will be live shortly. All right, everybody, here we are ready to go. Let me get us on the right page. Let me talk about our topic of the night. And everybody knows yesterday we talked about why projects fail. Well, tonight, I got my microphone going. Let me turn that off. Tonight, we're going to be talking about why projects succeed. Let me get in the camera angle good. And so this is kind of the opposite follow-up stream of what we had going on yesterday. Sorry, I got to crack my neck. Been a long day. Let's see. This is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So survival, right? Survival is not the same as success, so don't get it confused. In crypto, survival does not mean price appreciation, constant hype, or trending on social media. So if that's not what success means in crypto, then what does it mean? That becomes the question, right? So let's start with our crypto bubbles. Let's let people roll in. I hope everybody's having a good night. Yes, I know the market has been a little treacherous lately. Nothing we could really do about that. If you believe in crypto, then you believe in crypto. If you don't, then I guess you go running for the hills, right? What other options are there? Anybody know of any other options? I've been watching my poor monad burn to the ground. Oh well, I'll just keep on buying the dips. That's all we can do. Are we in a bear market? Is this a big dip before we take off in 2026? I personally feel in some conviction about us having a good year next year, but does that mean right away, several months in, half the year through? I don't know. So I'm still in the market and I am holding strong, and we'll see where that goes. But that's not really what this channel is about. This channel is not about trading. If you love trading, you go check out the Crypto Lifer. Most people here already know who the Crypto Lifer is. And he is the man with the TA. He's who you want to go check out. Awesome person to follow on YouTube. But this is about deep dive, and this is about understanding crypto as a whole. This is about understanding narratives and when they switch and what projects do. What is DeFi, but also what is DePIN. All these different things, that is what we are here for today. Yesterday we had a great stream where we talked about why crypto projects die. And everybody thought it was, most people think it's a big rug pull, it's a dramatic drop in price, but a lot of times it's a very slow bleed to the bottom, and it's irrelevance that kills a project. Tonight we're going to be talking about kind of the opposite of that, right? We're going to be talking about why projects succeed, and it might not be what you think. It's not necessarily because a project price go up. It's not because they constantly get a bunch of hype on social media. So if that's not the case, then what is it? Well, stick around and you're going to learn. Would be cool to have the lifer in the chat for one of the shows. Yeah, that would be awesome. He's a busy man. I could reach out to him and see if he would potentially, pop by for a couple of minutes. We will see if maybe we can make that happen. So what do we got going on? Leo lost 20% today, from $9.16 all the way down to $6.94. Right now it's chilling at $7.31. Canton Network's up 8.4%. Meme Core's up 4.3%. I do love to see that, as I do own some Meme Core. Had like 8 hours left today in my staking, so I'm interested to see what happens when I unstake it. I get some XP points. I really want to see what that's about, but that's why I staked it for like the shortest amount of time possible over there on Memex. Shout out to Memex. Still getting good traction over there. Probably the best traction I'm getting on any platform. So we'll drop down 100 here on the crypto bubbles. The good things to report: Alchemist AI got a nice pump today, 27%. Humanity up 38.6%, and Fast Token bounced back with a 43.9% pump, up to 58 cents, but now it's chilling at 49 cents. Pippin, a lot of people hating on Pippin. I'm certainly not super bullish about it. I've said that from the get-go. 15.6%. It's up on the day. It was down a lot yesterday. And we'll drop down one more 100. We've got Rave Token, which is a newer token, right? It's literally about raving. It's what you think it would be. 21.4%. We have this Power Protocol, which we've been over. We caught it right as it was coming out. 38 cents, up 23.9%. And then we have ICNT, Impossible Cloud Network, up 22% today. So good to see there's something green. There's always something green. This is Comedian, up 11.1%. I'm sure that is a meme coin. I'm pretty sure we've been over it before. So anyways, let's go ahead and do our number rundown, as sad as it is to do on a day when the market is falling. I will say that it looks like we almost potentially double bottomed here off of 85,191 for BTC. And currently BTC is at $85,994. Let's go ahead and refresh it, make sure we have the latest numbers, and see. We did dip under that overall market cap of crypto. It's 2.9 trillion, but we did fall under that 3 trillion. So 86,000 now for Bitcoin. Ethereum at 2,826. BNB at 840. It would just take a small bump, I feel like, for us to get Bitcoin back above 90 and Ethereum back over 3,000. That would be a very bullish thing indeed, but I don't know. We're on a downtrend right now. What can we say? XRP on sale for $1.86 if you like you some XRP. Solana $123 if you like that. It's probably on sale as well. I don't know why my nose is so itchy. All right. Why is it when you stream, then all of a sudden your face has these little itches? Anyways, 12.5 cents for Dogecoin. Cardano, 36 cents. Through all these wrapped assets. Chainlink, $12.21. Monero, $421. XLM, 21 cents. Hyperliquid, $24.22. Just down. Look at all this red. Just red, red, red. Exactly. Zcash, $374. Sui, $1.41. Avalanche, $11.75. HBAR, 11 cents. And let's go see what's going on with Flare. Blues Guy, are you here? Is Blues Guy in the building? That's what I want to know. Flare still hanging out at 102. So not horrible. It did fall out of the top 100, but not drastically. It never seems to move real drastically, right? So as long as the market doesn't take an absolute tank, I think Flare will get itself back into the top 100. What's going on in the chat? Said, I've been watching my poor Monad burn to the ground. Oh well, I'll just keep buying the dip. If you have conviction, then I guess that's what you do, right? Would be cool to have the lifer in the chat for one show. Okay, I did read that just so he could see what you're building here. I don't know how much he's checked out the channel or not. Underground Crypto, will you be going to the crypto convention in Miami coming up this May? I don't know. I actually haven't even thought about it, so I will see. I don't know, maybe I could tag along with the lifer or something. That would be pretty awesome. Let's go to trending coins. So we got Ergo, Bitcoin, Toncoin, Ultima, Pudgy Penguin, Monad. This is what is trending. This Frieza, I always say Frieza first. I think it's Frieza. AI, Midnight, Bit, Tensor, Pepe, Hyperliquid. I don't see any new coins here right away for us to go over. And on a night like today, there's not a lot of stuff that's going to be launching. I would hope they'd have enough sense not to do that. All right, let's check in with the Fear and Greed Index. It is at 17. Yesterday, it was at 16. I don't know why it would go up one right now, but seems like it bounced one tick. Might be short-lived, you know. And that's really all there is to the Fear and Greed Index. I love that it's charted out under here. You can go to like the month or the 7th day. I think the month, looking at the 7-day, I don't think it's really worth it. You can see it's pretty flat. Little up, little down, little up, little down, little up, little down. And then what? Maybe we're getting back up. I don't know. Time will tell for sure what's going on there. Let's go see what Crypto Rank says is trending. Hopefully Crypto Rank wants to play ball today. And stop with the pop-ups, Crypto Rank. Pop-ups are very annoying. All right, so right off rip, Jesse, somebody who from what it says, he pretty much created Coinbase. I mean, he's not the face of Coinbase, but Jesse Pollock, I think most people know who he is. I've definitely heard the name a bunch of times. So Jesse is a meme launched on the Base network as a community-driven experiment blending meme culture, on-chain utility. It was personally issued by Jesse Pollock, the head of Base and the key developer at Coinbase, on November 20th to 21st, 2025, to explore new models for connecting creators directly with fans and fostering decentralized content economy. Do I talk too fast? Anybody have anything to say on that? Do I talk too quickly? And where is everybody at? Not sure where everybody's at here. Usually we got a few more people by now, but it is Wednesday. This is their website. You know I'm hard on websites for sure. It's hard to be hard on All right, did that get us back to... Yep, that fixed it. Every time this little trick that I have fix it, but it's definitely a glitch. Definitely a glitch here. All right, so we're back. Glad that you guys caught that. I appreciate that. Still no audio? Okay. Yeah, I can see it on my end. We're back. I don't know why it does that. It's really annoying, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. And let's see if Jesse is growing. And it does it so randomly for the microphone. It just cuts out all of a sudden. It's very strange. 334.1 thousand followers. Got ahead of myself there. Wow, he even has 2 subscriptions. Didn't know that you could have subscriptions on Twitter. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Wow, this thing has grown. The pin post has 1.2 million impressions. I mean, he's a big person. He's got exposure. It definitely, he has ways of getting himself out there that probably the average person wouldn't have, right? Because of who he is. Somebody would pick him up and talk about him, I'm sure, on their podcast or something like that. I wouldn't doubt that. Big crypto channels. So this is a somewhat exciting project here, this Katana Inu. They have a game. I am having issues with it, so I don't know if we're going to be able to play it on GameFi Friday. For anybody who doesn't know, Friday we play DeFi games and still raise your crypto IQ. but the topic will be DeFi game. It's down to 1.6 million in market cap, which kind of sucks, and it's a battle royale thing. Let's go to their website, because their website is pretty cool. The problem with this is, what happens when you click play? Do they have like a web browser ability to play? No. So it's in beta. Can't be, I guess, too mad at them, right? They're still trying to work out the kinks. I made an account. I downloaded it. It launches. It comes up, but when you try to log in, it just says error. I don't know if I need like special permission or something. It is what it is. I guess that we will have to see what's going on. Please reinstall the launcher. Please accept any false flag with your antivirus defender. You can Google false flag software. Re-download it again. If you have any issues, please contact us. Best support via team. I want to say that's a tiny bit sketchy, but I don't know. I did find gameplay on YouTube. I found plenty of gameplay. So we'll give this thing a few days for them to work out some kinks. Maybe I've already deleted it and reinstalled it like 4 times, so I'm not gonna do that anymore, right? And we'll see. They'll have to figure it out. It's in beta. At some point, it's probably gonna come out of beta. All right. Looks like we have a new person in the chat. Have you his first time at the channel? I don't know what to call you. Chiliquis? I'm terrible with names, so I apologize if I absolutely butchered that. He says, can you check render on ETH? False flag, just take their word for it, bro. What could happen, LOL? Yeah, Cam, so I mean, I already have it on my computer, and I've ran it through a bunch of things, and I haven't found anything come back at all about their program there. So for our new person in the chat, I'm going to go over render real quick. Can you tell me, Chaliquis, what exactly are you looking for? I'll go over it in the manner that I normally would go over something. You're probably looking for price action. Oh yeah, that's right. They changed their ticker. So yeah, just give me some idea of what exactly you're looking for here. Oh, that's for, okay. Are we on the right thing? Render announcement of depreciation of legacy render R&D. Okay, so now we're on the right thing here. So Max chart says render came out July 14th, 2020. You can see big spike, big dip, and then a big spike here. Back at 2024 when a lot of altcoins were booming, and it just pretty much looks the same, other than it had a nice spike here in December. But other than that, it pretty much looks the same as every altcoin that's meaningful. Hell yeah, thanks. The old render I bought at 10 cents. I was wondering what you think. Well, do me a favor and definitely smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you like raising your crypto IQ. The one I bought was at 10 cents on Phantom. Well, I wish I could tell you I knew a little bit more about how they transferred over. I don't believe here. Let's read what this says. Render announced the depreciation of legacy render on Polygon Network on July 18th, July 2025. Following unauthorized access to Polygon contracts, the team recommended render tokens holders on Polygon cease all trades and upgrade via the official portal. So there was an official portal that you were supposed to go to in order to move your tokens. I'm not exactly sure. I don't hold any render personally. Render Network announces depreciation of legacy Polygon implementations after unauthorized access to Polygon contracts. So we're depreciating render on Polygon. So where'd you say you had it? You did say, right? I don't know. Did you take that back? I was wondering what you think. So you bought it on Phantom, right? There it is. Yeah, bought it on Phantom. Well, Phantom would be a hot wallet, but it'd also be decentralized. So it's not like you're dealing with a centralized exchange. So you should have it on your wallet. I don't know. Did you buy it on Polygon? He says render on ETH. I don't know the nuances here. So obviously Polygon is a layer 2 on Ethereum, right? New Polygon to Solana bridge now. So it seems like Polygon is on ETH. No, yeah, exactly, Camps. That's a layer 2 on Ethereum. It seems like you need to bridge your tokens from Polygon to Solana. I mean, I assume they're still in your wallet and you can still see them and all of that jazz. So that seems to be like the first step here. Excuse me. And then it says, in 2023, Render Network upgraded from Ethereum ecosystem to Solana. Okay, so Render has completely moved over to Solana. Maybe that has something to do with them changing their ticker. I don't know. As part of an upgrade journey, today the Render Network Foundation is depreciating Render, and see how it has the different ticker. That would be the old ticker. Does your tokens have this ticker or this ticker? On Polygon Network, and has released a direct bridge. So you just need to bridge over. You need to go here and bridge. So first connect Polygon wallet, then connect your Solana wallet, and then you should be able to bridge over. And you can see the website that I'm on right up here. If you kind of want to take all the guesswork out and go straight over here, it says connect your Polygon and Solana wallets to check if you are eligible to migrate your tokens prior to the bridge remap. So this should be what you need to do to be in the right place. I'm not sure. I don't think that was exactly your question, but if you haven't done this, I would definitely do that. Otherwise, you're really holding an old version of the token that's probably not going to be good for you when you go to get out of it, right? If you plan to sell it anytime soon. So that's one thing I would do. Other than that, my opinion of Render is pretty high. I mean, if you believe in it. So rendering, right? What is rendering? Well, that has a lot to do with compute, has a lot to do with the back end for a lot of systems. 660.6 million in market cap, has an Ethereum contract, a Solana contract. Don't see. Okay, here's a Twitter. See how many followers Render has. I would expect them to have a lot of followers. Wow, only 228.5 thousand. That's not as much as I would hope. So the Render Network provides decentralized GPU compute service. So I was right on the nose there for next generation 3D rendering and decentralized AI and ML applications. So AI, I know you're new to the channel, so I'll say this once again. Hopefully you're still here, but AI needs a lot of resources, computation, GPU, memory, storage, you name it. And so this is trying to provide that on the back end for AI and anybody else who wants to buy, right? And from what I understand, they have, they're significantly cheaper than a lot of other projects, right? A lot of other companies that offer the same thing. And so I think use case when it comes to a token, and do I think it's good and do I think it'll stand long term? Of course, I do not give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sure you've heard that on almost every crypto YouTube channel you go to, but I think it has use case. AI is only going to get bigger. AI is going to constantly need more resources. I don't think that's going to stop for, I don't know, 5-10 years would be my thought, that it's going to maybe catch up in as far as the computational power, GPU, and then AI is going to take off some more, and it's going to need more, and it's going to be this constant, getting more resources, needing more resources, getting more resources. So, and I think Render is well positioned and well trusted in crypto for sure. So it might just be on sale right now for $1.27 max chart. It's still up 2,388%. If you got in at 10 cents, you're looking good. You're like at 11x right now, right? So hopefully when you convert, I don't know if how much the Render will change when you convert over to getting on the right platform. So anyways, Juliquist, just give me a shout out. Let me know you're still here. Let me know if you like that information that I just gave you. And we will move on. Melissa says, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and become part of the community. Some exciting things that I did get done today is I did make my Crypto IQ quiz that kind of gives you an idea kind of where you're at in crypto. It is not super extravagant because it's for people who are not in the channel already. You got a sub and like, bro. I did see the transfer, but I heard they had to go hand in hand, so I just bought the one at 10 cents. Thanks for your opinion. Absolutely, man. And our mission here is not trading calls and stuff. It's actually genuinely raise people's crypto IQ about, everything crypto, from blockchain to ecosystems. And we're here Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. New York time. The weekends, 10 p.m. New York time. And I'm not going to stop anytime soon. So I appreciate you joining the community. I really hope to see you again in the chat. And of course, we have a Discord. Don't sleep on the Discord. We have a wonderful community. We are very much a crypto family at this point because we're so small that if you need anything, just hit me up in the Discord and I will be glad to give you anything but financial advice. And I want to pin what you just said, Melissa. It's better than what I had put. Shout out to my mods for being absolutely wonderful. Oh, and also there is a giveaway going on right now on the channel. So it's all about this purple crowns that you see here. So whenever you are in the chat and you're chatting and you look up at the top, you'll see a purple crown, a number, and then you'll see XP. If you click on that, it'll tell you the order of people who are winning. So Blues Guy has 125 XP. Melissa is tied with 125 XP. And Chaliquis is already number 3. So he's got a good shot at it. And so, yeah, when the stream's over, we're going to see who's number 1 and 2. And we're going to compound that over the rest of the week till Sunday. Right, and then whoever's number 1 is going to get $20 in whatever format they want, whatever crypto they want, and then number 2 is going to get $10. And we're going to do this pretty much week after week, I believe, unless I run out of money, right? Because I'm not monetized. This is a joke. I'm not going to run out of money. So, anyways, we're going to be doing that giveaway. Just wanted to let the new person in the chat know because maybe he wants to get that money, right? Everything's on sale right now. 148.2 million. This is so value. Ticker is so. I know nothing about it. It's new on my radar. Let's go ahead and read it here. So Value is an AI-powered investment and research platform that revolutionizes crypto research and investment by bridging the efficiency of centralized finance, CeFi, with transparent or decentralized finance. At its core, So Value addresses the most pressing challenges in the crypto market. And for information overload, right? That's how I feel sometimes when I'm giving you guys the topic of the day. I feel like I'm overloading you guys with information. Fragmented tools and complexity of asset management by leveraging cutting-edge AI and innovative spot index investing protocols. This groundbreaking CDFI, they kind of combined them together, solution empowers investors with actionable insight and passive investment options, simplifying portfolio management for sustainable growth. Sounds cool. I don't really know what the vision is there, right? They give us some co-founders, 3 co-founders. And let's go check out their Twitter. Let's see if they have any attention because it's a new project, right? So this is the way my mind thinks, right? You're a new project. What's the most important thing? The most important thing is that you have attention. And wow, do they have some attention. My goodness. Enabling crypto investment for global masses. They have 4,461 posts. Now I want to bounce back and I want to see how long this project's been around, right? So it looks like the 24th of January 2025. So not a crazy amount of time that they've been around. They do have 148.2 million in their market cap, which tells me that they must have raised quite a bit of money in the beginning in their seed rounds, and they must be doing something decent to get money into their market cap and their marketing because wow, 949.5 thousand followers. I don't see that often. I don't know if they're buying followers or something. Not accusing them in any manner. 553,000 impressions on their pinned post from October 28. Chaliquis says, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that name wrong, that's the best I got. Respect the hustle. Got alerts turned on for you. Will for sure tune in when I can. Could you check out Bio Protocol when you get the chance to? Yeah, I absolutely will. I'll do it right after this project. Bio Protocol, we were talking about that thing when it came out. One thing we're good at on this channel is finding things before they even generate their tokens, right? Because people start searching them. They start trending before they even generate their tokens. Somebody out there knows their little networks and groups, and they're talking about it. So people are going and searching it in different places, maybe on CryptoRank, maybe on CoinGecko. And then we get to see what's trending. And a lot of times we find things before they generate the token. We found Monad before it generated its token and many other projects. So it's official. The main net is live for So. Build on a layer 1 value chain, delivering decentralized exchange freedom, centralized exchange speed at full transparency. Sounds like it has a really good narrative, and Their promotional video here is pretty interesting looking. Nothing really to worry about as far as the sound. So support spot and perp, so they have that as well. All right, we won't spend too much time on the promotional video because I kind of want to get right over into their website. And then, oh, the website can't be reached. You know what? They probably changed their website. Here's what I normally have to do. Go to their Twitter and then look in the description and find their website. It's probably been changed in some manner. It happens all the time. Sodex.com. All right, so here we are. So decentralized exchanges, they were really hot for a while. I don't feel like they went negative press. Like, I don't feel like all of a sudden they're not hot. It's just crypto environment in general is not amazing. So nothing is really seeming all that amazing. And then we kind of moved on to privacy coins, and they kind of just hung out in the background with little pumps here and there. Sodex sounds really interesting. Seems like they just went live, so maybe they're going to catch some steam here as they just put, you know, something out. I'm not reading all of it because it is what it is, right? If you've been on one decentralized exchange, you've seen most of them. I do like to come over to the actual exchange and take a look. Most important to me when I'm looking at a decentralized exchange is how many different asset pairs there are to trade. See, all of the pairs are in USDC. So to me, that's really interesting because globally, most people are holding USDT still. Obviously, it's not hard to switch. If I really wanted to use this, it'd be very easy for me to get some USDC, right? You can buy it right on Coinbase. That's where I on and off ramp a lot of things. And you could trade SOSO and BNB, XRP, ETH, Sol, Dogecoin, ADA, Link, and this Mag7 SSI. I don't know what that is. But anyways, they could use definitely some more things here. What ecosystem are they a part of? That's what I want to know. Let's go over here and go up, and let's see what ecosystem they say they're a part of. Okay, Bitcoin, Solana, BNB, XRPL, and Ethereum. I do love to see XRPL in there, although a lot of people are not doing much over there. All my picks on XRPL they're down. The whole market's down. There's not enough attention over there. But for whatever reason, they have a crazy amount of followers compared to most things, or even followed by Base Swap. So this is one I'm going to be keeping an eye on for sure. As far as, like, you know, what they are, they're a decentralized exchange, and they're touting that they have centralized exchange speed. I don't know how they got so many followers. That part doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but as of right now, I'm just going to trust that that is legitimate. And we're going to move on to Bio Protocol for my man Jaliquis. Let's go to Bio. And we're all about deep diving and looking at projects. So I love when people have projects they want me to look at. Take advantage of the fact that we're a small growing channel, and you could come here and ask me about tokens. Unless you're asking me what should I buy or what should I sell, I'd pretty much be open to talking about just about anything other than that. So 4 cents right now, it's down 94.8%. It's been around for a little while. Max chart says January 2nd, 2025. Keep in mind, when I say Max chart says this date, which would be January 2nd, 2025, this is the token generation event. This is when the token generated. Coinbase is really good, especially with projects that have some relevance, catching them the day that they generate, right? Because they're going to be trending, they're going to be relevant. CoinGecko is going to see that, and they're going to put them up, right? 75.1 million. What I do love to do is they have where you can change the chart from price to market cap. So we can come over here and we can see what the market cap was when it came out. $1.3 billion when it came out. And now it's sitting at a sad 75.1 million. That it is pretty sad. 3.3 billion in max supply, circulating supply 1.7. So a little bit. It's basically like 50% vested, 50% is out in the circulation. How relevant is that? And for the new guy in the chat, how well do you know your tokenomics, Jaliquis? You good with tokenomics? Do you understand it? It's super important in my opinion. Base, BNB Smart Chain, and Solana. And we'll hop over to their website. Actually, I also want to bring up their Twitter, because we went over this before they really generated a token and stuff, if I recall correctly. And I just want to see how many followers they've gotten up to. 116.1 thousand followers. I always get ahead of myself there. Biotech new financial layer. Coin your science on bio protocol. Join the community. So this is DeSci. That would be the category. Decentralized science. Pin post is from 7 hours ago, but it's a repost. Got 1.5 thousand. I want something that's not a repost. So here we are, 12 hours ago, 1.5, 2.1. It's pretty low engagement. But I guess not to be surprised. I think a lot of people have given up on this and moved away. Sometimes people have great ideas, but they are just way ahead of their time. So if you're way ahead of your time, right, and you launch a project like this, you got to be willing to go the distance and grind it out and build it until people really understand that they should care about it. Blues Guy in the house, love to see that name come across the chat. Says, greetings, beautiful people of the underground. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Please like and sub. Don't hit the like too hard because you're going to need it again. So hit it gently, right? Let's pump this up for my man Underground. Today I'm happy and grateful for these low prices, as I see it as an opportunity to get in cheap. Yeah, man, today would be a great day to buy some more Flare, right? That would be pretty awesome. All right. So Holly, the first human trial that will tell you with blood which training actually grows your brain. 100 Berlin gym goers, 2 training arms. So are they getting funding? Is this about to launch? So this thing is also a launch pad, it looks like. It seems to me like they have a pretty good idea, right? So think of Pump.Fun. Anybody can launch anything over there. So this is probably projects that are a little bit more goal driven, right? Like they have a point for being around. We're not just launching anything meme coins. It seems like they're launching things that have to do with decentralized science. So there's probably some layer of approval that's needed here. We're building a safe, affordable, and ethical sourced ibogaine. Okay, therapy for PTSD. I believe that has to do with like hallucinogenics and stuff like that, if not mistaken. We are developing a new gene therapy to help our canine companions stay strong. So here's what I like about this. Although these people are, really kind of cutting edge with what they're doing. They're basically bringing in science into crypto, into decentralization. And I think it's going to take a while for people maybe to take them as serious as they need to take them. What we need is we need some projects to launch, right? And we need them to do really well and actually do something. Like all it takes is like, for example, this dog gear. This project launches, they get some money, in 4 or 5 years, they come out with something revolutionary. And through that revolutionary, like tons of people's dogs live longer and healthier. And then next thing you know, all science is going to come to this model. I do think it's a good way if you're a reputable person doing some kind of scientific project. I think that this is a good way to get some funding off the ground and get some people to know, some exposure. So it is kind of sad to see this project down like 95%. But if they're prepared to go, if they're prepared to go the distance and they're prepared to stick around and keep innovating and have things launch and keep posting about them and just being involved, I think it could come back. But that's the hopium. There's a good chance it never comes back at all. There's a good chance that a much bigger, more reputable science environment community launches their own version, and that's what actually takes off, right? So that's bioscience for you right there. Thank you. Thanks for your take, big bro. We'll definitely tune back in. I love the vibes. God bless you all. I take that as that means you're leaving, but thank you for being here, and I appreciate you saying that, man. Makes me feel like I'm doing a good job here, and you have a great night or day. Maybe you're not leaving, but still have a wonderful, great day or night. So value was really interesting. Next we have Felix, but before we do, let's talk a little bit about our topic of the day here. So yesterday, all of you know that we did why projects die. Today we're going to do why they survive, right? Why are projects surviving? So survival is not the same as success. In crypto, survival does not mean price appreciation, constant hype, or trending on social media. Survival means a project continues to ship, attract builders, maintain relevance, and adapt to new conditions. Many projects survive multiple cycles without ever being the market darling. So I think this is a really important topic. This is why I really wanted to go over. It's why we started with why projects die, which is good. There was a lot of good takeaways, in my opinion, in that live stream yesterday that gave a lot of insight that some of it seems a little obvious, but is it in the forefront of your mind? Are you looking for those indicators of maybe a project you're in is done, right? I mean, maybe it's the difference between losing 50% of your investment and 99% of your investment by just recognizing some key things and understanding that it's over. Obviously not financial advice. You do what you want with your money. That's how I like it. But what I like here is they're saying, let's not focus on the price appreciation or the constant hype, right? Let's focus on developers, right? Do they have lots of developers? I found a really cool tool for finding how many developers are in teams and projects. I got to refine that because I think that would be a really awesome thing to see on the regular with projects that you're really excited about. But aside from that, on your own research and your own speculation, if you're really bullish on a project and it's been around a little while, go try to figure out how the development team is doing, right? Have they pivoted? Have they pivoted like 5 different times on their narrative? Like they came out as a trading DEX and now they're going to do AI swarm and then now they're into gaming. That's not a good sign. That is not a clear vision or use case in the market. Anyways, so survival means the project continues to ship, attract builders, maintain relevance, and adapt to new conditions. Number 2, time as the ultimate filter. Crypto operates on a compressed timeline, right? It moves fast. So you got to be ready for the quickness of crypto if you want to be here. Projects that survive multiple bear markets, changing narratives, technical shifts, and regulatory uncertainty. I mean, first thing that comes to mind, multiple bear markets, regulatory shifts. XRP is probably the most memorable token with regulatory uncertainty. Prove something fundamental. They are not dependent on one moment or one story, right? So one bad story or one bad negative thing about them or the category that they're in is not going to crush them, right? Time filters out weak incentives, shallow differentiations, and short-term thinking. So it shakes out the people who don't have a clear vision. We bow to the king of underground crypto. Hey, I only have one king, so don't look to me. We roll the role of clear purpose. Where El Cheeto and Orhan? I missed them. Orhan, I don't know. I reached out to him and I never really heard back ever since that little back and forth with somebody else in the Discord. It's unfortunate. I wish that people could be a little more mature. Let's be honest, because I mean, kind of ran Orhan off, and he was a good person. I chatted with him many times in the voice chat. He was a good person, although I love the other person as well. As far as El Cheeto, I'm not sure. I think he said he was taking a little bit of time off for the holiday season to be with family and stuff. So I think we'll see El Cheeto again. I hope so. Maybe he's just looking at the crypto market right now and being like, this is not where I need to put my time. Everybody's got to make that decision themselves. I have not heard from Orhan either lately. Camster, you talk to him a lot. Try to reach out to him. I reached out to him and I never heard back. The role, we left on good terms. Like the last time I talked to him was a good conversation, right? The role of clear purpose. Surviving projects tend to have a clear defined reason for existing. This one can't be overstated. If you're into a project and the reason for existing is vague, right? They're all over the place. Then that's really not a good sign. So a specific problem they solve or a narrow initial focus. All really saying the same things, but also not at the same time. They are not trying to be everything to everybody, reactive to every narrative, and constantly reinventing their identity. So one thing I think is interesting, because when I said everything to everyone, the first thing that came to my mind was Anoma. Because it's trying to be the intent layer, it's trying to be everything to everyone, and maybe that is what is hurting them. That's just a thought that I had pop in my head. I would say what's hurting them is the fact that they don't actually have chat GBT like crypto thing where I can go there and do anything, right? I think that's what's hurting them. Although they have been launching some different things. They launched their arm over on Ethereum. So I hope that they can start to build some momentum, because crypto moves fast and they're not going to wait around forever, right? So clarity anchors long-term direction. Incentive alignment that evolves. Projects that survive design incentive to reward contribution, discourage pure extraction, and adapt over time. We talked yesterday about why projects die pure extraction when they're just giving away too much value from the project. They're not building up nice treasuries to market and bring in developers and stuff. They're just thinking that they're going to get everybody's love because they're giving away, tons of money for staking with them and stuff like that. But that's going to shortly die out, right? People are just going to continue to take. And then there's probably not going to be a lot left to excite people. And then something new will come out and they'll grab all their money and run off into the distance, right? Key traits include adjustable emissions, meaningful governance power, and rewards tied to real usage. Survivors treat incentives like a living system, not a static launch mechanism, right? A lot of them do these things at the launch and then they never really do them ever again. So one thing I want to say is meaningful governance power. One thing I've never really been good at or spent a lot of time with, I should say, because who knows if I would have been good at it, is worrying about governance in a project. Like if I'm in a project and I own some tokens, I never really worry about seeing what the proposals are and voting. It just takes a lot of your time. It's recent that I started this YouTube channel and I've had a lot of time to actually sit in front of a computer and look at crypto stuff, right? Before I was hands on the ground, a service-based business that I ran, and I didn't have any time for that. So maybe now I could be a little bit better about it, but kind of feels like more effort than value. And I feel like maybe a lot of people do that as well. So it's mostly whales, right, that then dominate the governance, both in power of governing, power of vote, but also like they care about it because they have a lot of money in it. Builders over speculate, right? Long-lasting projects prioritize developer tooling, documentation, testing frameworks, and composability. Speculators come and go, builders compound. When speculation fades, builders' momentum keeps the protocol alive. Governance that actually governs, right? Surviving projects treat governance as a decision-making tool, a coordination mechanism, a responsibility, not as marketing. They evolve governance models as participation changes, token distribution shifts, and the ecosystem grows. Governance adapts instead of ossifying. Ossifying, that is a very interesting word. So technical resilience and modularity. Modularity, we've talked about this a lot. Survivors often share modular architectures. That seems to be the way to go now. It seems like anybody who's launching a real crypto project, maybe a layer 1 or something like that, they go modular now. Makes a lot of sense. Upgraded paths and conservative security assumptions. If you don't know what modular means, then you probably haven't been with us here very long. So keep coming back to the channel and raising that crypto IQ, and you will definitely learn what modular means. He says, hope he's okay. I wrote him today. Blue Sky, you're hilarious. Says he was a bot. He wasn't an actual bot, but that is hilarious. But yeah, I'll reach out to him one more time. People in this community sometimes are going to come and go, and then probably when we blow up, they're going to come back, which is okay. Everybody has things go on in their life. Everybody has seasons in their life where they can be here and when they can't, right? They avoid rigid design, unchangeable assumptions, and brittle dependency. This allows them to evolve alongside the broader ecosystem. With any business or anything you ever do, you have to think every day, how can I innovate? How can I evolve? How can I change? How can I make this better? How can I make everything better and more optimized, right? How can I make it run more efficiently? How can I get more out of my time and get more done? Something I'm constantly thinking about. Matter of fact, today I had a potential really good lead on somebody who I've met personally as a video editor and stuff like that. And so that could bring a lot more videos to the channel and could definitely get us a lot more, traction as a channel. So we're going to see where that goes. But that's just a good example of me constantly every day trying to figure out how I can make it more efficient, right? Narrative discipline. So surviving projects resist chasing every trend. This one is huge. I mean, it goes without saying. We talked about it in a different angle yesterday. But projects that constantly want to rebrand when something is hot, or, you know, they just throw it in their website and stuff, and it's like all of a sudden they're about AI too. It's stupid because if they weren't really about AI, then they haven't built anything that has to do with AI, and that just kind of makes them seem like a phony to big whales and investors. Makes it seem like you're just you're not focused and you're just jumping on every trend, bandwagoning, if you will, rebranding every cycle, overextending their scope. Instead, they integrate new narratives selectively, maintain a core identity. That part is so important, right? The identity is everything, I feel like, for a crypto project. Expand only when it aligns with their mission. Consistency builds trust. So really just being diligent with what you're doing and not hype driven, because crypto can be very hype driven. Communities as a long-term asset, right? Healthy communities focus on improvements, not price. Tolerate slow periods, right? They don't freak out when there's slow time, like right now. Value transparency and contribute ideas and feedback. Surviving projects cultivate communities that can endure boredom, not just excitement. It's one thing about this channel even that I definitely think about is we are going to have a bear market at one point. So it's going to be really interesting to see how many new people come in and also how many people stick around in this community to raise that crypto IQ. Because if we can go through, whether we're in one now or whether it's coming up in a year or two or whatever, we go through bear markets. You could say we're having like a little mini bear market, and I definitely pay attention to who is sticking around and who's not, and who's falling off coming to the stream. I think it's going to compound, and the people who stick with it are going to come out into like a bull run knowing a little bit better what to look at, where to put their money, stuff like that. The importance of low burn rate. So projects that survive manage treasury conservatively, extend runway, and avoid unstable spending. High burn amplifies pressure to pivot prematurely. Low burn allows patience, right? So if you're overextending yourself, you feel the pressure. You feel like you need to be on every hot trend, because if not, you're just not going to make it, right? And that moves us into part 2 of our crypto raising event here. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to pull that up. That has to do with my other business. I didn't realize I still had that up as I'm clicking across different tabs. So let's talk about Felix for a minute. So Felix, what is it? Felix is a stablecoin protocol on Hyperliquid. Okay, well that really explains everything that we needed to know, both the ecosystem, and they're a stablecoin, so we're not going to spend a ton of time on this, right? Because a stablecoin does what a stablecoin does. 20.6 thousand followers. Pin post from September 9th has 80,000 impressions. I mean, for a stablecoin, is that good? I don't really know. I don't really look at the Twitter of a lot of stablecoins, to be honest. So, serving the trader, open app. So is this a access denied? Beautiful. So it looked like it was like a decentralized exchange, but serving the trader. But it said it was a stable coin. Very interesting. Not sure what to make of that. So it says Felix is a stablecoin protocol on Hyperliquid Layer 1. FEUSD is the cornerstone of the Felix DeFi suite. It enables users to borrow against major ETH, BTC, and Hype and unlock liquidity for more use cases. Given its unique CDP architecture, Felix can offer the best rates for borrowers. So it seems like they have several different things going on here. I mean, their stablecoin is kind of at the center of what they're doing, but it seems like they have some other DeFi things as well. Looks like maybe a decentralized exchange. Yeah, strange name for a stablecoin. I agree. Maybe they're just trying to stick out, right? Maybe they're just trying to stick out amongst everybody else, right? The stablecoin itself is called FEUSD, but the project is called Felix, right? Nevertheless, we talked about this yesterday. They've raised $6.7 million in their latest funding rounds and ICOs. I don't know which one it was, but they raised some money nevertheless, is a cryptocurrency trading platform that supports automated investment accounts. Let's go to the website. Neverlist saves up to 4.17% on every crypto trade. So gain an edge with zero trading fees. So they claim that there's no trading fees, which is a big deal. If you've ever tried to take $10 and turn it into something, you usually get eaten alive by the trading fees. Usually it's really slow to do just because you're going to pay 50 cents to maybe even $1 on every trade. And so if you know, it takes a lot. Now, if you're trading the whole $10, maybe, but you're also quick to lose it. So if you're doing like trading $1 or 1 or 10% of your money in every trade, to get $1 to a place where you're up enough to take profit and grow your account, you need that 50 cents. Like, you need that 85 cents or whatever that they're charging you as a trading fee. Like, you really need that. And so zero trading fee could be a great thing. He says get access. What does it say? Okay, so they have it on mobile. So this is something you'd have to pick up on mobile. I don't know anything about it. So I'm not trading right now. I haven't been trading for about a month and a half just because the market has been just so dismal, and I've been really busy, so it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. But I'm hoping to get back to it with the new year. Said I was thinking that too. Yeah, Melissa, I think that they're just trying to separate themselves. Keyring Network, $6 million has been raised from Greenfield Capital, and it looks like a few others. Keyring Network offers permissionless tools tailored for the financial service provider. Now let's go check out their Twitter. Let's see. Are they getting any attention? Sometimes I'm very surprised. 2,000 followers. 2,068, you want to be specific. Compliance automation to grow your users' ecosystem. Sounds like a very back-end thing, something that would be very geared to a company. They're in the United Kingdom, so they're probably helping companies and projects manage the UK regulatory framework, if you will. Pin post from August 7th has 707,000 impressions. That's pretty good. Our ZK, Zero Knowledge Verified Vault with Euler Finance, has launched on AVAX with 6,500 throughputs per second with near instant finality. With over 3 million in incentives from various projects incentivizing the vault, Keyring is building the universal layer of DeFi, enabling anonymous verification without exposing personal data. The future of DeFi is ZK verified. Well, I don't know if it's ZK verified, but it's definitely zero knowledge until something better comes along. So this is interesting. I could understand why it would have great use case for a crypto project in Europe. I don't know how much outside of that they would be all that useful. Let's go to their website. Keep in mind, this is finance, right? This is finance. That would be the category. The niche would maybe be institutional regulation, or just UK regulation or compliance. Institutional grade compliance automation to grow your user ecosystem. Leverage our suite of permissionless solutions for blockchain protocol powered by zero knowledge privacy. And that's all I'm going to read here, because I don't think anybody on the channel is a crypto project founder or works for a crypto project, especially in Europe. So we will just move right along from that. But I could see it maybe having good use case, right? STFX is a DeFi and SocialFi protocol for short-term asset management. STFX is pioneering a concept of single trade vault, short duration, non-custodial, active asset management vaults that are dedicated to one trade. Okay. I mean, I do like the idea of staking something or providing liquidity and getting monthly payouts, right? I mean, you kind of do get that. You kind of don't get it. It just depends on where you're going. I mean, if you're on Coinbase staking Solana, that you see it pay you out, and then you can restake that, right? So I like that idea. I don't like when I have to wait a full year to like pull my money out, and then if I don't, then I get penalized. And it's just like, I at least want to take my profit as I go along and not always reinvest all of it. Think of them as mini vaults that only exist for the duration of the trade. That's the part I don't understand. A vault, am I the one doing the trade, or is somebody else, like a hedge fund type management team or somebody, doing the trades for you and you're just providing liquidity? Because at that point, why wouldn't I just go trade with my money, right? STFX platform allows you to turn your trade setup into a easily investable vault, which can be joined by the community in minutes. Wow. So I guess it's like a community platform. This is really interesting to me. No token generation event as of yet, I believe. I don't see anything on a chart here. All-time high market cap was 59.3 million. It does have an all-time high of price action of being like 8 cents. So, and that was back in 2023. So this is not new. This has been around for a while. I don't see anybody in the chat really going after that top spot. I'm very surprised by that. It's an easy 20 bucks. Anyways, here we are on the Web3 part. We got vaults, traders, and there's just nothing on here. This is very interesting. Maybe because I don't have a wallet connected. So you can log in with email or MetaMask. I don't want to connect to it. I think that they should show you trades going on. They should show you what's going on before you connect, because if I came on here and I went to home and I saw all these different trades that I could get into, that would probably, get my interest up, and I might actually connect a wallet and check it out. But without that, I think that's a big fail on their part. Then they have tiers here. Okay, but okay, this is weird. See, it starts with 10% APR, and Diamond still has 10% APR. So I guess you're really relying on these other perks. 1 live trade, hold trade for up to 30 days, 1 public vault, 2x governance boost, 10% protocol fee discount. Well, it seems like they put something together that's very interesting. If I had the time, I would play around with it, right? It looks like you can even maybe download this onto your computer. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, So it seems like, yeah, only public vaults. Once you get into the gold and diamond, they have secret vaults. It seems like a pay-to-play thing, right? Like, you gotta pay to get access, and that's maybe why nothing's coming up when I hit home. I don't love it. I don't like that model, personally. I should at least be able to see the secret stuff, and that would entice me to pay more money and get into that position where I could get into them. It builds incentive, right? So 20 most visited coins in the last 7 days. I'm skipping over a lot of things. We've talked about a lot of things quite a bit. What is new on our radar was this TheraQ AI. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. A modular and composable AI agent base layer. Like I said, everything is going modular. They've crafted their approach around 2 pivotal elements: Chain ML and AI engines. Chain ML AI engines and the Chain ML AI protocol. These customizable and composable AI engines streamline the integration of cutting-edge generative AI models into various applications. Their AI protocol is tailor-made for AI and intrinsic numeric applications. I gotta stop looking at the pop-ups on my phone. Notifications as they go across. 6.9 million in market cap. And how long have they been around? Just go to all. That would make more sense. Looks like December 16th. So that was yesterday. This thing launched yesterday. And it's down, but I mean, what do you expect from a new project when, crypto is done taking such a hit right now? I wouldn't expect it to be pumping to the moon right now. See how much attention they got going on. We did look at it yesterday. Let's see if they've changed much since then. 352.2 thousand followers, and I apologize because I don't remember what they had yesterday, but it's a decent amount of followers. Pin post is from yesterday talking about them going live. It only has 29,000 impressions though. I mean, we're going live token generation, claim your airdrop kind of post is a lot of times one of the biggest, best performing posts a project has right away. So it's sad to see that it only has 29,000 impressions. That's a marker. That's something that it would stick out to me a lot when I was thinking about a project. And we'll move on. And I'm just going to read the basic descriptions of some of these that we've gone over many times, just for anybody who's watching this later or anybody who missed it. This is Jensen, ticker AI. I don't know how they got that ticker. I think a lot of projects have that ticker, right? Jensen is a layer 1 trustless protocol for deep learning computation that directly and immediately rewards supply side participation for pledging their compute time to the network and performing ML tasks. So this is another one of those AI, resources kind of project. Provide your GPU or do simple tasks or whatever, and they will kick you out something, right? There's tons of them. I got into Grass a long time ago. I've been mining Grass. Grass is not so much about GPU and stuff. They're about your internet when you're not using it, your quote-unquote leftover internet. And then they give you reward tokens every epoch. And then I don't know where you go from there. I've really been meaning to see if they've made it available to actually exchange them for Grass, right? So I'm about to do that soon, and I will decide what I'm doing with Grass overall. They've raised $30 million. No token generation event yet. 30 million is nothing to laugh at. Andreessen Horowitz is a pretty big, funder there. So if they're into it, maybe it's going to do something great. And there is a link in the description to Grass. If you want to just the experience for downloading it and putting it on your computer and having it run in the background is pretty awesome in the aspect that it's really easy to download, gets you right in, connects right away. You start mining with your computer right away, and it's just using the internet you already paid for. So if you get anything out of it in the long term, good. If not, you're not really losing anything. And I've never had any security, anything. I've been running it for, I don't know, 8 months, something like that, maybe a little longer. Never had any security, anything. I've never noticed it slowing down my computer. I've never noticed any issues. So that is down in the description if anybody is interested in it. Crypto world is growing. Exactly. Then we have CYSIC. CYS is the ticker. 26 cents for CYSIC. CYSIC is a full stack compute network that turns GPU, ASIC, and compute into liquidity. So this is the same idea. This is pretty much the exact same idea. Maybe all of them are doing it a little bit different, right? For what they offer. Maybe some of them are more based on storage. Some of them are more based on GPU, right? And whatever else, memory. And so that is something to keep in mind. How many of these can you download and provide quote unquote your GPU resource before you just kind of get nothing because they're all trying to take a piece of it? That's a very interesting concept. I would imagine if you were going to run one of these, you'd want to run like one at a time, maybe two at the most. I don't really know. I'm not a computer genius. 179.1 thousand followers. I know you thought I was, but I'm not. The full stack compute network. So what we just said, right? It's turning into liquid yield bearing asset. Your computer you already have at home, whatever, you can have it mine, use its GPU. So 81,000 impressions on the pin post from December 11th. 81,000 impressions out of 179.1 thousand followers. It's pretty good. They have a little bit of attention. Of course, they just launched. They do have a token. Token came out, token generation event, right? Not the project, but the token was December 11th, 2025. So that pin post is from when they generated. Does look like they bottomed out here. I'd be interested to pull a fib on this. That would be kind of a lot of fun. If you do enjoy a little bit of TA, then you probably enjoy the Fibonacci. It is one of my favorite things. What? I think I pulled the wrong thing. Okay, yeah, definitely the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. Not a fib retracement, right? Not a fib channel. And I just pulled the whole range, and you'll see bounced right off of the 618 so far, right? So that's very golden pocket-esque there. And it also looks to me Just saying what pops out. I mean, you kind of have that double bottom, but also kind of that head and shoulders there. And I'm not saying anything. I'm not vouching for this project. This is just what pops out to me. I just noticed that, you know, it came down and it kind of bounced off of that. 42.1 million in its market cap. And now if this project doesn't have something crazy going on for it, it's probably going to dive like the rest of crypto if crypto decides it's going to keep diving. Cryptography. I always say cryptography. I hate when I do that. Cryptography been here for the longest time. Cryptography is the science and practice of secure communication using mathematical algorithms and keys to scramble, aka encrypt, information into unreadable format, a ciphertext. Thanks, Blue Sky. Yeah, it absolutely is. You hit the nail on the head there. All right, let's talk about Almanac. So Almanac is a new one here. Almanac is a Web3 platform for building, optimized, and deploying financial strategies with AI-driven finance agent. So it's kind of like having an AI agent that will run your portfolio, if I remember correctly, but we're going to verify that. 4.3 million in market cap. It's been as high as 13.9 million. Looks like the token generation event. Got to scroll down or it's not showing me. Token generation event was the 11th of December. All of these projects, I remember, all kind of came out about the same time. Let's go to their Twitter and see how much attention they've got. The attention economy. 140.4 thousand followers. Pin post from December 13th has 43,000 impressions. Not a bad ratio, honestly. And it was about introducing the Almanac Economy Alignment Program. Very interesting. And follow me, Crypto Ron, with the blue check mark, and that's at _ground crypto. But you just search Crypto Ron, you'll see me come up. I don't think I have any impersonators, but it'll happen at some point because I'm not stopping, so we will get bigger. Vibe code like a quant without the hassle of writing code. The agentic swarm that builds institutional grade code-based strategies for you. Let's launch the app. Hopefully it doesn't just block us because I'm in America. So we got Vault, Autonomous Liquidity USD, Autonomous Liquidity Plus, and Base Autonomy USD. The best one is the based Autonomous USD. It's got 5% APY. There's a performance fee. Okay, but they already took that out. Dang, they're taking 1.2%. Let's see. This is really interesting. I was talking about this. So a lot of projects will put games or gamified or something, and then like somehow because like you stake in their pools or you provide liquidity, somehow they think they're gamifying something. I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but I see it constantly, and it is lame. Stop doing that. Projects need to stop doing that. That's not a game. All right, create your own with Builder. Create your own strategy with the Almanac's team and Quantive agent using strategy builders. I don't know if this is geared towards retail or if this is more geared towards big players and institutions and people who have a lot of money. That's kind of what I would think. Not going to worry about claiming any tokens because I have not interacted with this really at all. All right. And let's keep going. Almanac on the radar. It's got a cool name. All right, let's see if there's anything that we haven't seen yet. Looks like just infrared. Looks like the only project that I didn't go over yesterday. 20 cents for infrared, ticker IR. Infrared finance stands is a liquid staking. I don't know. What was going on here? Infrared Finance Stands is a liquid staking protocol on Berachain. This innovative application introduces a fresh perspective on liquid staking within the framework of a 3-token architecture incorporating the distinct soul-bound attributes of BGT, Berachain Governance Token. The protocol's primary goal is to optimize value for stakeholders by facilitating the social aggregation of BGT tokens through its infrastructure level pole vault that is, and the creation of IBGT liquid stake derivatives, right? It's like a wrapped version of BGT that you get for staking over on Berachain. Okay. Barachain's very interesting. It's like a copy of Ethereum, a fork of Ethereum, but it does proof of liquidity instead of proof of staking. I have a video on it, pre-recorded video on it, that you might want to check out. Let's go look at how much attention they're getting on this thing. Really sets the tone for the rest of the look at a project, right? 44.4 thousand followers tells me not a whole lot. Proof of liquidity in one click, backed by High Framework, Binance Alpha Labs, and this builder Bera. So 94,000 impressions 14 hours ago. That's really good. Probably because they have a good looking video here. Probably pretty catchy. Catches your eye. They got the bear for Barachain. Infrared is a cool name, I guess. It's a cool take on it. But it looks like on average 3.5, 2.6, 11,000, less than 1,000 impressions. That's what I would expect for 44. So they really hit it out of the park with this 94,000 impressions. I guess they need to do more videos like that for their marketing. Backed by YZ Lab. It's showing at 20 cents and they have 43.2 million in their market cap. Let's take a look at their website. Proof of liquidity in one click. And again, Barachain is very much all about proof of liquidity, right? That is its consensus. So Infrared simplifies interacting with proof of liquidity with liquid products. Kind of just makes sense that they would all go together. So you have these pole vaults, which are infrared pole vaults, simplify participation in Barachain's proof of liquidity. That's what pole is. System and helps users maximize their rewards. IBGT is Infrared's liquid version of Barachain governance token, right? That helps you maximize proof of liquidity. And iBera is Infrared liquid staking solution that makes staking Bera tokens accessible to everybody. And I'm trying to remember what the three coins are that are like the core of Barachain. It's Barachain governance token, Honey. Honey, I believe, is the stable coin. And there's another coin, and I don't remember what it is. All right. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this. I mean, we could go look at the vaults, I guess. So they have a dashboard that if you were involved and you connected a wallet, you could see everything that you have going on here. Wow. Anybody else see this 85.7% APR? That is really high. Kind of scary high, to be honest with you. Oh, so you have Bera token, Honey, and the governance token, Bera governance token. That's what the three are. And then maybe we could look at the vaults. Yeah, the vaults have, this one has 16.6 million in TVL. And it's about 10%, 9.5%. A single liquidity pool strategy on Barachain for the BuyUSD and Honey pair. And Honey is like their stable coin over on Barachain. If you want to learn more about Barachain, as I do think it is a very interesting project, I think that they set themselves up really well because anybody who has Ethereum code can just port over to Barachain. And they don't have to leave the chain that they're already associated with. They can just add a new interoperability in their ecosystem. I think that is a really interesting way to go. So let's see. Blue Sky says, I downloaded Katana Inu. I tried to create my account. It doesn't allow me to create it for some reason. Gives me an error login message. Have you tried? Yeah. So I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, create. I knew what you meant. So as far as I know, I did create an account because then I had to go to my Gmail and like verify. So when you bring it up, my problem is when I go to log into my account, it just says login error. And I'm not sure what that's about or why that is. So I'll open it in the background and then I'll show it in a minute. So let's go over the rest of our IQ raising event. So this is why crypto projects succeed. So number 11, a willingness to change without losing identity. Survivors adapt execution environments, scaling strategies, and integrations, but preserve the core principles, long-term Financial goals. Let me mute the sound coming from that program. Foundational architecture. They evolve without erasing themselves. Strategic patience. Surviving projects understand timing matters. Not every feature needs to ship immediately. Waiting can be a competitive advantage, right? If you just rush your thing to market and put it out there and crypto's currently just dumping, a lot of people are going to miss it. A lot of people are not going to be paying attention. But if you just wait until we get some positive price action, positive news globally or whatever it is, that can help you be seen, right? They avoid rushing into immature markets, half-built narratives, and forced launches. Patience compounds. Integration over isolation. Long-lasting projects integrate with others, support standards, and embrace interoperability. Isolation limits relevance. Integration increases optionality. Resilience to native cycles. Survivors outlast. Hype cycles, narrative crashes, and temporary disinterest. They continue building when attention moves elsewhere. Price stagnates and competitors fade. This creates asymmetry. I don't know why I was messing that up. This creates asymmetry when narratives return. So basically what they're saying here is when the hype goes away, they keep building, which is such a good strategy because then they built something and then they can launch what they built, right? Or talk about their upgrades and stuff. And that can generate some news and generate some relevancy and people actually caring about it, right? Economic sustainability. Surviving projects eventually develop real fee generation, sustainable demand, and clear value capture. Even if this takes years, the trajectory matters. Unsustainable economies rarely survive the multiple cycles. So leadership that persists. Survivors often have founders or core contributors who stay involved, leadership that evolves with projects, and accountability structures. Leadership continuity matters even in decentralized systems. I feel like they said that weird. Cultural identity. Projects that survive develop a culture, right? Community. Shared values, norm of behavior, and collective memory. Culture creates resilience beyond code. That's a good statement. I like that. Culture creates resilience beyond code. Ability to absorb external shocks. Survivors endure market crashes, regulatory changes, security incidents, and ecosystem failures. Many security incidents that have killed a project, right? They absorb shocks instead of collapsing under them. Compounding over cycles. So each cycle, they add more users and keep integrating more trust and more infrastructure. Survivors compound quietly. Their progress becomes obvious only in hindsight. And number 20, survival as an active process. Survival is not passive. It requires continuous maintenance, ongoing alignment, disciplined execution. Projects that survive treat longevity as a design. And that is the end of our IQ raising event. I hope you enjoyed it. I think the big takeaway from both yesterday's show and today's show is that the good projects have good leadership, good direction. They keep building. They don't give up. And they know where they're heading, regardless of if they have a ton of attention. They've managed their treasury conservatively, so they have money to continue to pay developers and keep going. And they're just very strategic about when they launch things and not trying to ride every hype wagon. So if I could maybe summarize some of that, that's how I would do it. Let's go back over here and take a look at our top gainers and top losers. Come on, go back. Do it. All right. Back to highlights. Top gainers, top losers. I need to hit this T. I haven't done it like one time. My voice giving out. Love that slippery elm. If you know, you know. It says underground, you demand. Hey, I appreciate that greatly. Let's see. For top gainers, humanity's up 41%. You know it's a red day when your top gainer of the day is 40% and down. So not a whole lot to report here. Lux token we looked at. Alchemist AI, Fast token, Power Protocol, all of those things. yeah, a lot. We've been over all of this stuff. It's funny. The American Dream was the top loser yesterday, and I was making jokes about that. Pippin is only up 11% after it took a huge dump. Sneck's in there for 6%. Not a lot to write home about, right? Corn is DeFi for Bitcoin. Sad coin. Sad coin is... That's funny. Sad coin's the top loser of the day, and that's sad. So in a minute, I'm going to be playing some rounds of Panzerdog as we transition into our hangout of the day. Thank you for the info. Slippery Elm is cloud for your gut. Is cloud? Is that what you meant? Blues Guy, health question of the day. What all is Slippery Elm good for? What are all the good use cases of Slippery Elm? Everybody read what Blues Guy is saying about Slippery Elm. Tell them what Slippery Elm is. I'm going to take a leak real quick as we transition to the hangout part of our stream. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Let's see what we got to say here. Slippery Elm is cloud for your gut. Real fluffy clouds that, not that layered harp clouds we have now. That's hilarious. He says, I'm in. All right, I am going to move this into sit down mode. All right, changing the camera angle now. Don't you worry, don't you fret one bit. Awesome. I love having the ability to stand up or sit down whenever I want. It is super nice. Just got to change my camera angle, or get in the camera angle, I should say. All right, he says Slippery Elm, Alumis rubra. I probably said that terribly. Inner bark contains a smoothing substance called mucilage that forms a gel when mixed with water. Wow, killed that, right? Dictation, which is primary active ingredient. It literally envelops your stomach and your gut with that beautiful gel, healing the lining. Benefits with leaky gut and all gut problems. Well said, well said. Who's ready to play some Panzerdog? Is Campsta even still here? Did Campsta go to bed? I'm going to invite him. We're going to see what he does. And then, of course, I'm going to invite Blues Guy. Whenever you're ready, Blues Guy. Which most diseases start in the gut. Gut has the same cells as your brain. I did know that. And I love to put Slippery Elm in a good bit of it in at least one of my teas per day. I've been doing the apple cider vinegar and, baking soda activated with some citrus. Been doing that every day. Oh, great. And my light is falling. that was fun. Glad it didn't knock anything over as my light fell down. Let's run a game right here. Let's see how we do. I switched the color of my tank. I'm really loving the color of my tank. And I gotta say, I'm really loving this game. As far as DeFi games that we played, it's kind of continuous fun, right? It's just non-stop fun. Some of them are not as fun. Like that Mattel that we've been farming airdrop on. Yep, apple cider vinegar, always every day. I learned to love it and crave it. It's great energy source, I gotta say. Definitely love it on the energy side of things. I think it's quite amazing. And it really causes a lot of optimization of things in the body. For a long time, doing a lot, going to the gym every day, you know, everything you can think of, gym every day, stretching, like cardio, like just everything that you could probably think of that you're supposed to be doing, eating right, counting your calories, watching your macros. And it was just impossible for me to lose much weight. I'd lost some weight, but not that I'm really all that big, but I'd like to be a little slimmer, right? Everybody kind of like to be nice and toned and cut. And definitely was building muscle, but I was just having a lot of stubborn visceral fat. Yes, this is not crypto. This is the underground hangout part of the show, if you didn't know that. And yeah, I have noticed that when I switched, or not switched, when I started, the Marsment supplement is the two things I've done really different. Is the Marsman supplement, which has a lot of great ingredients and raises testosterone, but also the apple cider vinegar drink. And all of a sudden, it's starting. My body is probably working more optimal, right? It's doing a better, more efficient job at things, and that seems to be making a big difference. Because I'm not really doing anything crazy different with my diet. I have been really consistent with the herbal teas and with not like overeating and stuff like that. And why do I talk about this? Well, because maybe other people would like that, you know? Maybe other people would like more natural energy, less acid in the body, maybe better optimization. It's not a product. I'm not selling you something. Baking soda and apple cider vinegar are not hard to get your hands on. And I don't know, could be a solution. I'm certainly not a health advisor either, not a doctor, so I'm not telling you what to do. You consult somebody, I guess. Supplements aren't needed, go natural. I mean, I guess it's a supplement. It definitely is. It's all herbs, basically, is all it is herbs. So I would say it's natural. Everything in it is herbs. What would be the difference than me getting the herbs? And matter of fact, I have a friend who started on Marsman, and then he was like, I'm just going to make my own. And then so he made his own, and he encapsulated his own, but is his stuff not good because he put it in a capsule? Right? What's the difference? That's where, like, I understand a lot of supplements are garbage, and I understand that a lot of supplements don't have really much of what they say in them. And that's always a possibility, right, for any supplement that you buy. So I'm not big on taking, like, you know, a whole... I don't take tons of supplements. But I do like this one, and I notice a dramatic increase in testosterone and stuff like that. And I know why it works. It works because it's literally herbs. It's all herbs. And that's why it's effective. And I definitely notice a big difference there. Come on. I hate when they run away and you just like can't hit them. Blues guy must be trying to type something out. Bang, got one. Is there... Okay, there is another guy on our team. All right, cool. It's only seeing me and Blues guy there for a while. And I mean, supplement is supplementary, right? So Is it not a supplement if I like a herb and I make it into a tea? Like ashwagandha, right? I don't buy ashwagandha supplements. I have raw ashwagandha and I make it into tea and drink that instead, and that is my supplement. But technically, it's still supplementary because ashwagandha is not naturally in my diet. I don't eat ashwagandha on a daily basis, right? So, as much as I absolutely agree, I think some people go a little too hardcore with the supplements as if nothing works. And it's like if you grind up an herb and put it in a capsule, it probably works. If you're buying a concoction of a bunch of nonsense from a big company, it's probably garbage. That's my opinion. Apple cider vinegar and sodium not only gives you energy, but alkalizes your whole body. Yeah, exactly. And because you're alkalizing the body, it seems to make everything work more, optimally. And because of that, you have better energy. Bro, I mean natural as not in caps. Are you talking about as in ingredients, like things that are in all capital being, usually proprietary? Is that what you mean? Because in herb, nature, untouched state. Yeah. Pretty confident that the stuff is just a bunch of herbs ground up, because in the ingredients, it's not all written in capitals. And all the herbs are listed that are in it. Matter of fact, for what the product does, there's a lot of different herb recipes that pretty much do the same thing. And at some point, I probably will just get all of the herb recipes. I used to sell raw herbs. My wife had a business where she did that. I helped. I wasn't super overly involved in it because I had to work every day. But I definitely help package them and stuff like that, help ship orders. Wow, I got them coming at all sides, huh? Bang. Nice. I need some health big time. Bigly. Can I get some health? Oh, wow, without dying. That worked out well. Alright, I gotta pay attention. Otherwise, I'm gonna get killed. Wow, he got me with that. Come a little closer, cool guilty. Got him. Nice. 5-0. Are we gonna get a perfect run here? Wow. I really wasted the heck out of that, huh? Bang. Bang. It's like you have to predict where your opponent's gonna go constantly. It's kind of interesting. Would have had him. Would have had him. All right. 7-2. That one was a hard one. Says, yeah, bro, no capsules. What's wrong with the capsules? I don't know. I kind of have to disagree with you a little bit on that one. Like, I totally understand that a lot of capsule stuff is garbage. I agree with that. But, I mean, is the capsule itself the problem? Because they make a lot of different types of capsules, from gelatin to vegetable. Not a big fan of the vegetable ones. Honestly, I'd prefer they be in gelatin. But, you know, feel free to tell me why you think capsules are no good. I'm always open-minded. All I know is that there's always more to learn. Melissa, when are you going to start playing Panzer Dogs? Obviously, no pressure. You don't have to. Man, I might have to switch back to my old turret. This one just seems so weak all the time. Like, you have to be, like, literally right next to him in order to do anything. Says simply because the capsule, you don't really know what they put in the herbs, you know. Yeah, I mean, certainly there is a relevance of that, but that's not really a problem with capsules. That's a problem with knowing your ingredients, which is really no different from anything, like anything you buy. You go to the grocery store and you buy some fruit. You know, there's different levels of knowing what the heck is in that fruit or what has been done to that fruit. And, you know, you can trust your organic labels. There's a lot of people who say a lot of that stuff is absolutely rigged and not legitimate. You could get naturally sourced stuff, but that still really doesn't tell you anything about it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying that I don't think the capsules are the issue. The issue is you don't know what's in what you're buying, which is a huge problem, and I agree with you. That's a huge problem in anything that you do, though, you know. And at some point, you just got to try to make your best decision, right, on what you think is best. And I was saying I don't take a lot of capsule stuff, right? Like, for example, ashwagandha. I could go on Amazon and buy ashwagandha in capsules, right? I could do that, but I don't, because I just buy the actual ashwagandha and I make my own teas. I also make my own tinctures. I mean, I have several bottles of ashwagandha and dandelion, which are a great combination. So I hear you. I'm not naive to what you're saying by any means, and I'm not even really like hardcore disagreeing with you at all. I'm just saying that the capsules aren't really the issue there. It's the fact that you don't know what's in it. And think about it, you buy raw herbs. I think there's a lot less chance of it being garbage, but you don't know what they did to it. They could have not cured it well. They could let it dry out and it could lose a lot of its medicinal value. Like, you just never really know how good or not good it's sourced. They could source it from somewhere that's contaminated. You need independent reviews on the people you're getting your herbs from, if they're a big provider and stuff. But even then, they could have an independent review done on the herbs that they're selling, because most of them buy them from other people. And the batch you get, dang it, I messed it up. The batch that you get could not be the batch that was tested, right? They could have bought from another source, and now you're still not really having any idea what you're getting. Just food for thought, man. Not a good in multiplayer games, especially not competitive games like that. It's okay. You don't have to be good. I honestly think a lot of time they pair us with bots, and the bots are not very good either. Also, I messed up and clicked something, and so basically I kicked myself out of the game. So I will invite you back, Blues, in a minute. And on a totally different note, glad to hear the good news, Blue Sky. You feel free to share it with everybody if you want to. If not, no big deal. But I was really glad to hear that. and I hope that our prayers helped. Okay, where do I go shop? Trust me, invite me. I was lagging. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna open this one chest and then I will invite you. Oh, we got a rare something. A cast iron card color. I noticed you changed your card color and I can't figure out how to change my card color. Like, yours looks really cool. I like that. How do I change that? No, this is unlocking rewards. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. My stuff froze. I gotta reload it. I'll have to re-invite you because my game froze. As far as I know, this thing is still in beta, right? So where did you go, Blues Guy, to change your card? Where do you go? Because I see it up in the corner. And I'm trying to remember. In your garage? No, it's not there. Friends. Can't really click on my own. I thought it was this thing, but that's definitely not it. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, wait, I'll explain. Certainly. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure something out while I'm at it. Oh, here it is. But how do I actually customize it, right? Go to your inventory. You'll see at the top the envelopes. There's envelopes. Okay. Is this inventory? No, that's not inventory. All right, back out. Back out. So go to inventory. Okay, I see that. Oh, wow. How did I not know about this? So there's envelopes. Okay. Nice. Can you combine them? So all inventory. So these are like the little. So how? Okay, so you can only equip 3. Okay, those aren't exciting, but these are cool. Can we sort by rarity? Okay, now go away. So let's see what we like. Oh, I like that one. That's it. That's the one for me right now. Cool. And feel free to ready up whenever you're ready, man. Thanks, Blues Guy. Appreciate you. I don't know how I missed inventory. I honestly don't think I ever clicked on my inventory. Well, I have actually, because when you get a box, it was in your inventory. But then they got rid of it. They got rid of the whole... Oh, wow. So select a slot. See, I don't even know how to do that. In-game. Like, in-game, I don't know how to do that. Okay. All right, very interesting. I'll have to figure out how to do that in-game. You can customize the wording your player says when you kill someone. Yeah, I saw that. I have way too many of them. Yeah, right here. Let's equip all the rare ones. Rest in peace. What was the last one? You'll love to see it. Let the tides wash you away. I like that one. I hope that other people can see it. And shout out to anybody who's still here. Really low engagement today. I was glad to see a new person come by. Makes me feel like maybe YouTube is actually showing me to people. Yeah, it's just been rough. I feel like the YouTube algorithm knows when the market's down, and they just like kind of don't push crypto content unless it's negative, right? Unfortunately, too many people respond too well to the negative headlines and stuff like that. I mean, every news organization in the world knows that. But it's unfortunate because I don't like being negative like that. And also, I'm not trying to attract those negative people. Like, I could be making my streams like crypto's dying. I mean, granted, yesterday we did why crypto projects die. But that's at least a legitimate thing to say, I feel like, versus just like crypto's dead, get out of the market or something stupid like that. Like I see with a lot of other channels. I'm just not going to do that. You know, you could sacrifice integrity to try to get clicks faster, and there's people who do that. But is it worth it? I don't think so. In the long run, I'm playing the long game here, right? Got him. Got him. I don't know why I love to try to say that in the like British accent when I know I'm terrible at accents. You won't see me doing accents like the Lifer does, because I'm not good at them. Never have been. Wow, 10 kills real quick. Blues guy says, Melissa, join up. No way at Blues, not good at games like that. All right, we certainly won't push you. Appreciate you being here, that's for sure. Wow, got 8 kills. That's pretty good. Was running it that time, almost to looks like almost to 1 million damage dealt. Still getting my bonuses on my scrap, so I love that. Once you stop getting bonuses on your scrap, which is what you use to open chests, it gets a little less fun. Yeah, he's good with the accent. Mostly you don't have to be. You don't have to. Oh, yeah. He's saying you don't have to be good. I mean, we don't care if you're good at all, but that's very much up to you. He says he's lagging. Yeah, sometimes it happens to me too. I'd like to hear your Irish accent. I don't think I have an Irish accent. I don't think in my head I even know what Irish people sound like. Right? I feel like to do good accents, you have to have like a clear understanding of what it sounds like. And Irish, I definitely don't have none of that. Although I used to have some customers in my handyman business who were Irish. And when they called, I definitely knew who they were, right? Like, I was like, oh, okay. I definitely know who this customer is. Because you don't get much of that. They're probably the only people who ever called me with an Irish accent. I have a French one. That's hilarious. Okay, your private accent? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What's a private accent? Pirate. That's hilarious accent. I don't think I have that. What would you just say? R or matey? Like, that's about all I got. What does a pirate sound like? Other than like just maybe using some pirate slang? Something about booty? Yeah. I'm sorry guys, I'm terrible at that. I'll have to work on that. Got him. Come on, man. Dang, he got away from me with 18 health. That sucks. Got him. That's like, even speaking of accents, you know, one thing that I understand pretty well is patois. Obviously, it's like a broken English, or a, you know, their own version of what, you know, they kind of took English to be. But still don't feel like my accent's all that great when I try to speak it. But I definitely understand it really well. And I'm probably better at that than anything else. Bang. Come on, go down. Got him. Man. If he only would have crossed that barrier line, I would have had him. But it looks like our bot got him. Alright, gonna pick up. Oh man, just had the strat. Was gonna pick up that machine gun and just sit in the grass. I like the wheel game more. The wheel game? Are you talking about slots? I don't know what the wheel game is. What is the wheel game? I assume it's not this, right? All right, back to home. All right, I'll play one more. Slots, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Definitely what I thought you meant. I mean, it is like wheels inside of it, right? In a real slot machine, that is. And I don't have the stream on 18 and up. So I did a little experiment yesterday. We didn't play the slots. And who knows, it's just one day, so I don't know. But we didn't play the slots, and then I didn't make the stream because what happens is, although I don't start the stream as 18 and up, once I change it to 18 and up and put slots on, I can't change it back, right? Because that would be having a video like you're not supposed to have 18 and under. So then I feel like, or I speculate that maybe my reach for people watching the video after is not very good. And I don't know if it matters if the people are 18 and up, because the thing you got to think about is your mind immediately goes to like people being 18 or up or not. But I feel like it just still hurts you. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I did notice yesterday we didn't do that, and the stream got way more views after than what is normal. So I don't know. Maybe play around with that a little bit more. I hate to not do the slots because they're fun to me. But we might just have to do them in the Discord or something. I don't know if today's the day for that. Maybe Friday would be. Friday I really would like to, as long as my schedule permits it. I'm going to start the stream way earlier. I kind of got stuck. That was weird. Maybe I was lagging. Yeah, let's see. He says, Underground, you don't want the 18 plus. There's way more young kids. So you're saying we want to not do 18 and up because we want to draw in the younger crowd? I assume that's what you're saying. And yeah, of course, there's way more young kids. And so I think we're going to probably have to move that to the Discord. Which is fun. At least in the Discord, we can all voice chat a little bit, you know, talk that way. This is the last round of this I'm going to play right now. We have been live for 2 hours. I love that we do a 2-hour stream and not a 1-hour stream. It just works out better. Maybe dedicated one day a week. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But what would I do it on? Whatever I guess is the lower... I'll play one more. Whatever the lowest like yielding day is, which is usually Wednesday. I don't know why I was surprised to see viewership down today. because Wednesday is usually the lowest viewership day. TM hustling. Hey gang, hope everyone is having a good night. We certainly are. You were missed. You must have been busy. I hope you're having a good day, and you know, holidays and all of that jazz that's going on. Man, some people just have way too much health, and they just always stop right when they're supposed to. Like right when I shoot at them, they stop. Thing has like no reach. I think I'm gonna switch back to my other turret at some point because it just gets old. Shotgun, you have to be like right next to them, but if you're right next to them, then they can shoot you too. It's kind of the problem with that. I like to hang out and shoot them from a distance. Like if you're right up on them, you do big damage. I love how they always decide to not grab the health, or they always decide not to grab like the good weapon that's out there. Are you kidding me? I watched my shot go right through them, and their shot hit me just fine. The glitches in these games kill me. Like I just watched my shot go right through him again, and then somehow it doesn't hit him. It's crazy. Same thing there. Okay, but that actually got him. It's like you have to hit him like so perfectly, but it's literally a shotgun. Like it's scatter shots. Like I should be hitting them. Got him. All right, picked up a couple kills there. That'll help me overall. Oh, he picked it up. Been busy day. I'm sure, man. I'm sure it has been. TM, good to see you. All right, I think this is my that was my last round here. Definitely not getting any bonuses anymore. I'm gonna open my last drop here. See if we get anything good. Oh, I got another blue. Oh, I got another rare skin. All right, I might have to go check that out. Let's see what that was. It's pretty cool. I like it. I really like this one though. I like that one a lot more. All right, Blues guy. I'm done with that. It was a lot of fun. And thank you for everybody for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I did pull up this Katana in you. I don't know. Hold on one second. I'm going to go get my Gmail real quick and see what if I've received anything from them, like to say that like I actually have an account with them. Maybe I didn't make it on this address. Let me go to my other email. Check that one. I know that I went and verified via email, but now I don't see any email with them. So what? Now I gotta sign up again? I don't know. I'll deal with it another time. Well, that's all that she wrote. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Have a great night, everybody. Stay underground. Stay crypto. Enjoy the holidays. Keep raising your crypto IQ. All of that great stuff. TM Hustling, glad to see you. He says game night on the Discord. Yeah, we will definitely do that. Let's play some slots in Discord, question mark. Yeah, I'm game. Let me give me like, 15-20 minutes. I want to get a plate of food and then I'll be on. So I'll be over on the Discord in about 15-20 minutes. Stay underground, stay crypto. Crypto Ron out.